The Agenda 2030, launched by the UN system at the end of 2015, is strongly pushing the international attention toward a new paradigm of inclusive development, which should lead to a global transformation of the world as we know it today. The agenda includes 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets, representing an integrated and indivisible reference framework to strongly confirm the three needed dimensions of economic, environmental, and social sustainability. After this lecture, you will be able to recognize the need for a global commitment towards sustainable development. The essential principle of sustainable development is indeed based on the recognition that we have only one planet, and all countries need to strengthen partnership to face the complex and interconnected challenges affecting our society. Our common goals are to identify new paradigms based on the integration of environmental, social, economic and political concern while preserving social and cultural diversity. To formulate practical goals for improving our world, considering that one-size-fits-all solutions do not exist, and therefore local-based solutions are to be sought, engaging local people. Strong efforts and partnership at global level are required to support the achievement of sustainable development while maintaining global peace, to reduce inequality among people, and to promote a more equitable prosperity for all, including the planet at large. And this is even more true for Africa. People, planet, prosperity, peace and partnership are indeed 5 recognized areas of critical importance for humanity and the planet, and they are the backbone of the Agenda 2030, where a new attention given to the human perspective places the two concepts of empowerment and ownership as effective pillars of sustainable development. Let's deepen each of them. Why people are relevant? The agenda is determined to end poverty and hunger, but also to ensure that all human beings can fulfill their potential in dignity and equality within a healthy environment. This is also in line with the philosophical thinking of Amartya Sen, the Nobel Prize for Economics. He asserts that poverty is mainly exclusion from basic needs, food, health, housing, and more. Poverty is also the lack of capacity and chances to develop our own skills and rights, the lack of opportunities to grow as individuals, as human beings, to take our own future into our own hands. If poverty is exclusion, then development is freedom, as from the title of Sen's book published in 1999, Development as Freedom. Why planet is confirmed to be central for sustainable development? The 17 goals aim to protect the planet from degradation and wish to promote new sustainable consumption and production patterns, integrated management of natural resources while taking the needed actions on climate change. Preserving the planet is a way to leave a legacy to the future generation. And we all know that we are at a turning point. Indeed, from one side, we know that without a wiser management of our natural resources, energy, water, land and raw materials, no sustainable development may ever be reached. But from the other side, we know how much the availability of resources is linked to such economic development that it is still needed in many countries at global level, Africa included. And this consideration leads us straight to the next P. Why prosperity is a bit more than economic growth. The agenda is structured in a way that aims to ensure that all human beings can enjoy prosperous lives and that economic, social and technological progress occur in harmony with nature. In this perspective, prosperity indicates the overcoming of a mere monetary concept. As we have learned from Amartya Sen, poverty is more linked to a lack of opportunities that prevent human and social progress. For this reason, we do not need to overestimate the power of the economic dimension, but from the other side, we should avoid underestimating it. Indeed, even if it is a partial indicator, economic growth can give evidence of a structural economic capacity of a country to solve internal issues, such as the high unemployment rate, which remains one of the most sensitive issues, especially in countries with high share of youth. After people, planet and prosperity, let's see how the last two P's complement the framework. Why peace is placed again back to the global attention. Sustainable development cannot be met without peaceful, just and inclusive societies, which are free from fear and violence. No peace, no sustainable development, and probably no development at all. Why partnership has overcome the old perspective donors-beneficiaries. The agenda wishes to revitalize global partnership for sustainable development based on a spirit of strengthened global solidarity, focused in particular on the needs of the poorest and most vulnerable, and with the participation of all countries. The transformative 2030 agenda finally pledges that no one be left behind. No people, no country, no continent. In this perspective, I strongly believe that Africa is ready to jump straight into the revolutionary frontier and environment which might be enabled by the SDGs to promote prosperity in the continent. And I'm also feeling that Africa could provide contribution and leapfrogging opportunities for all at global level beyond the direct effects on the African continent itself. Africa can avoid the replication of some misleading trends of development, production and consumption patterns the Western world has followed and which are now calling for urgent alternatives and remedies. In line with the vision well expressed into the 2063 agenda that we will soon look at together, this is the Africa we want.